Israel-Palestine war, a grim reminder of the UN's powerlessness. The ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict, particularly the devastating Gaza war of 2023 to 2024, has once again exposed the glaring failures of international institutions. Despite countless resolutions, condemnations, and global outcry, the United Nations, the International Criminal Court, and Western powers have failed to take decisive action. The war highlights how powerful states manipulate global governance, rendering institutions ineffective in resolving major crises. The UN's power crisis, a system built to fail. The United Nations Security Council, supposedly the world's ultimate peacekeeping body, has repeatedly failed to pass binding resolutions on the Israel-Palestine crisis. The reason? US veto power. Each time a ceasefire proposal or an investigation into Israeli actions is presented, the US blocks it, citing Israel's right to defend itself. Meanwhile, the UN General Assembly has condemned Israeli actions, but its resolutions are non-binding, meaning they hold no real power. This deadlock raises a crucial question. If the UN cannot act in a humanitarian crisis of this scale, what is its purpose? Double standards in international law. The hypocrisy of international law is clearer than ever. When Russia invaded Ukraine, the West responded with severe economic sanctions, military aid to Ukraine, and legal action against Russia. However, when Israel launched airstrikes on Gaza, killing thousands, including women and children, Western nations largely turned a blind eye. Even the International Criminal Court, tasked with investigating war crimes, faces roadblocks. While it swiftly pursued cases against Russian officials, its efforts to probe Israel remain limited due to political pressure. This blatant double standard fuels global resentment, particularly among nations in the global south, who see Western support for Israel as an example of selective justice. Humanitarian disaster. Who will act? The humanitarian crisis in Gaza has reached catastrophic levels. Entire neighborhoods have been reduced to rubble, hospitals are overflowing, and essential supplies like food, water, and medicine are running out. The death toll has climbed into the tens of thousands, yet the world's response remains largely symbolic. Some nations like Turkey, South Africa, and Malaysia have called for stronger actions, demanding sanctions on Israel or a boycott of Israeli goods. However, Western powers, including the US and European nations, prioritize geopolitical alliances over human suffering. Meanwhile, millions of people worldwide have taken to the streets in pro-Palestine protests, demanding real action. Yet, despite global pressure, governments continue to issue nothing more than strongly worded statements. A realist world where power overrides justice. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a tragic reminder that international law only applies when it's politically convenient. The UN, designed to prevent wars, has proven toothless when faced with a powerful ally of the West. Institutions like the ICC and International Court of Justice, ICJ, lack the power to hold powerful states accountable. This crisis reinforces a realist perspective on global politics, where power, not morality, dictates world affairs. It shows that international institutions are not neutral enforcers of justice, but tools manipulated by the most powerful nations. As Gaza burns and diplomatic negotiations continue to fail, one harsh truth remains. Without fundamental changes in global governance, history will continue to repeat itself.